Yo, what's up, YouTube? What's going on, man? You know what this is? This is your boy Hammer Down 407, man. I'm checking in from Oklahoma. What part of Oklahoma? I don't even know, but I know I'm probably about maybe 20, 30 miles away from Tulsa. Getting ready to go back to the crib. And it's not to take no break. It's to get off this goddamn truck here. Yeah, I'm mad. So, last video, I was talking about port striking and having to go over to Wyoming with all that weight on my back and all this good stuff, I'm trying to be in good spirits and all that. Basically, that same day, because that was a Friday, right, my check dropped. And as I explained in the last video, I was broke down in Virginia for 2 days. No fault of mine. The radiator hose busted and I was just stuck, so I had to wait. And I also had to wait to get towed. I was on the side of the road for like 2 days or whatever on the interstate, and yeah, so I didn't get to move till Monday. Okay, now this video here is about these little small companies or whatever, these 1099 companies. They want to 1099 you to death and all this good stuff. You get no benefits or nothing. You just get straight cash from these places, a percentage or whatever, however they want to run you. They might give you 50 cents a mile. They might try to give you 20%, low, 25%. If you get somebody that's decent, they might give you 30 or 28. I don't know. But the person I worked for, who works through Prime or whatever, I guess he's contracted through Prime, he promised me, basically, I'm going to keep it real, he promised me at the minimum $1,400 a week, no matter what happens, So, me already was pissed off at the last job that I had, working something local. I had to let them go because the hours just wasn't there for the duration of the time that I was there. And if anybody worked local, a lot of those local vehicles, from garbage trucks to mulching trucks to whatever they had for about 15, 20 years, they don't never switch them trucks out. You barely get a new truck, and them trucks gonna always have problems. They always gonna break down. You always gotta put some maintenance into it and all that stuff. All right, so that was the reason why I was leaving them anyway. So I'm like, man, I'm ready to get back over the road, just ready to see the United States, visit family, and all that good stuff, So this guy, he called me up, Philip Randall. Forget it, putting you out there, I'm putting you out there. Randerson Logistics, LLC. He promised me $1,400 a week at the minimum. And he also sent me a little breakdown of his pay. He was explaining to me how if you try to put me with like miles or whatever, or get paid by the percentage, I wouldn't make no money out here. So, I'm like, damn, $1,400 a week is better than nothing, and it's more than what I was getting paid at my last job. My last job was getting paid $21 an hour, but I was barely getting 40 hours a week, and we get paid every 2 weeks. So my last check on that job was like $600. I was like, oh, hell no, I can't pay nothing with this. You know what I'm saying? So that's why I said, all right, I'm gonna come and rock with you as long as we can keep this like it is. So that first week, it was cool. I went to Colorado, and we had to basically come back to Florida because he needed to fix some of that radiator hose the first time, but it was a different part of the radiator hose, right? So we did that, ended up getting my check. It was like $1,700. I'm like, all right, cool, we're working. So that next week, when I came out, we had to go to New Jersey. And like I told y'all, once I got to Virginia, the radiator hose busted, and I was stuck on the side of the freeway. So, as y'all can see me driving, right, you can see the median. Now, you got this big old semi-truck on the median, and you have this little bit of space like you see on the freeway. So imagine me like right here where these guardrails at, and I got my truck all the way to the edge over there, as far as I can get away to be able to not get hit by these cars and other stuff. That's where I was at for 2 days, basically. All right, took 2 days to get off, whatever. So we didn't make no money that week, right? Made, the load was late and all that stuff. Okay, that has nothing to do with me when it comes to this pay rate, right? Or am I tripping? I was promised still $1,400 for the week. So now I go down from Jersey down to Henderson, North Carolina with a load because it was beginning of a new week, and then I deadhead 600 miles from Henderson, North Carolina, all the way to Anderson, Indiana. Now, y'all seen on my last video, I was talking about the port strike. That's where I was at. So it was funny how my money came into the account after I picked the load up, taking it to Wyoming, right? I see my paycheck, and it says $450, really 467 bucks. So you see my face now. I'm like, man, he got me messed up. You know what I'm saying? So I instantly called him up. Well, actually sent him a text message. I'm like, hey, I feel some type of way about this check. What's going on? What happened to the $1,400? He's like, I can't pay you that. I have to pay you 25% of the load, and because we didn't make no money. I said, that's not what we agreed upon. I was not prepared for that. So he's gonna try to send me a text message of another pay breakdown or whatever. So now this pay breakdown says basically anything under $4,000, he's gonna pay me 25% of the load, right? So I said to him, I forwarded him the first breakdown sheet that he sent me, where it said anything under $5,500 is going to be $1,400, no matter what. So you sent me two different ones. So I guess he must have forgot that he sent me what he sent me the first time, before I even got on the road or whatever. So I'm like, yo, this is what you really sent me, man. I don't know if you're trying to juggle and tell each driver something different or whatever, but this is what you sent me. So after he seen it or whatever, we got some action. Sorry, y'all. It might be a tow truck over here. But after he seen that, he basically gonna say, oh, my bad, I got it, okay. So I'm like, all right. So since it's your bad, are we gonna settle this? And I don't know what happened there, but I hope everything's all right. Are we gonna settle that, and so we can get back to business? Never got a response from him. So I'm like, okay, because in my mind, I'm ready to go ahead and just take this thing and go on back to Florida. So the next day, I hit him up while I was in Nebraska. I'm like, hey, are we gonna settle this? He's gonna send me a voice message saying, I cannot pay you the $1,400, and if you would like to bring the truck back, that's perfectly fine with me. So I'm like, damn, I already don't got no benefits. Got to do a 1099 and pay the taxes on here or whatever. And now I got to get shorted with my money, and I'm heading all the way to Wyoming without really no papers up in this truck. I mean, he's legit, but he ain't legit like that, Oh, snap. So, I said, all right, I ain't gonna respond back to it, I'm just gonna bring my tail on back to Florida or whatever. So my thing is, man, if these small companies ain't trying to honor their word or whatever, or they just try to 1099 you to death, I'm just tell you right now, don't mess with them. Don't mess with these 1099 companies, man. Like, you better off just go ahead and working for a major company or whatever, or a small company that's going to give you a W-2. And then you want to make sure that you can get stuff down in writing or whatever, because it seems like they're quick to get you on the road and make you go out here and do all the work. You go out here and take all the chances. You are broke down and you have to be on the side of the road for a couple of days. They take their sweet time with getting you a tow truck because they want to be cheap. They don't want you to put too much gas in it or fuel in the tank because they're not trying to pay all that. They're trying to maximize on their profit. But I don't really have a problem with that too much. But it's like, I'm not going to be going through none of these small towns and rural areas or these big old states when you're getting out to the Midwest, going west, where it's nothing out there, you know? So, now what I'm doing is taking loads all the way back to Florida, you know. I said I might as well make me some money while I get here. My thing is I feel like this guy's gonna try me and not try to give me my minimum again. He's gonna try to hit me with this 25%. So, you know, should I just go ahead and just start get me a lawyer or whatever and press the issue to get the rest of my money? Or should I just chill? Because I'm finna go find me another job or whatever. I just hate the fact that I gotta go ahead and bounce from another job because of stuff like this. Man, just don't let nobody play y'all out. That's my whole thing with this video right here. Trucking companies that are small like this, they want to play you out. I don't have a radio in here. Like, it's a radio right there, but I can't Bluetooth nothing. You know, luckily I had got these JBLs from Ross. Got a good deal on them. You know, if y'all know about that Ross, hey, you ain't got to go and spend $200-300 on no earphones. But these do the exact same thing. But the only thing I'm missing is the little microphone right there. But I'm good. So, yeah, man, I'm going back to the crib. I'm going to find me another job. I will hopefully like to get on in a few days. I really want to try this lease purchasing program, but I do need some advice on who I should go to or at least try out, because I noticed that as I've been putting applications in on Indeed especially, and you would see that the job would say United States, but when you get a call from the job, it comes from somebody from Illinois, and most likely it's like a Russian or somebody foreign, and I've been weary about using those companies because I don't want them to get mad at me because I refuse to take a load or whatever, and then y'all want to leave the stuff on the road. So, I mean, that's just from stories that I've been hearing, so I don't know what's actually true or not. So maybe some of you guys on here who's been through that could maybe give me better information on it. I don't know. So, but that's all I wanted to talk about, was how I feel like I got played with my money, and that's the reason why I'm taking this truck back to Florida right now. As y'all can see, I am coming into Tulsa, Oklahoma, and shoot, I ain't got too much longer to get on over here to Florida. Like, I'm finna stop in Thomasville, drop off this load, and get one more load to go into Florida, and that's it, man. So, this trucking experience these last 4 years has just been trying. Like, I really try to get out here and do what I gotta do. I try to be safe. Try not to just mess nothing up. I try to be helpful out here and all this good stuff. So that's all I got to talk about on this video. I will be back with another video, you know. So I hope y'all can like this video, subscribe, you know, because I will subscribe back to y'all channels. Let's make our channels grow, and let's go ahead and basically come up together. So see y'all later, man. Hammer Down 407 reporting out.